Hopefully this will stay. If not, we will see. Okay, that might work. Alright, so I hope you guys can see me. Bear with me just a minute while I get this set up and see what's going on. What the heck? Can we see me? Can you hear me? I think we can hear me. There's a little bit of a delay, but I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Okay, so technical difficulties is me. I went live on my other channel, not realizing that I had it on the wrong channel. So, okay. So we're going re-live on this channel, and I guess we're going to do all over again everything that we talked about, and hopefully I can remember everything. But, so, hi. Welcome back. If you are a previous subscriber, and if you are new, hi, hello, welcome. My name's Tracy, and this is Budget with Tracy. So, today's live. I did not get a chance to do a video like I had planned on doing this week, so you get a live. You get to see me personally, which is better, right? We're going to go with better. If you jump in here and I don't see your messages, I do apologize, because I do have to look down on my lap to see what's going on with the live. This is kind of my first real go-round. I didn't learn anything from the last live I just did, literally. So, we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it's on the right channel this time. It says it is. And hopefully we can go from there. If I can do it, and I don't know yet because the other one is still doing its thing, I am going to post it after the live and see if it'll let me post it as a video after the fact for you guys. If not, then I don't know what I'm going to do there, but we will see. I'm going to see what I can tweak and do and get things done that way. But my plan going forward for this channel is, so right now everything's really hectic. You know, hopefully you know if you've been here for a minute, I do work a part-time job now, and that part-time job I work evenings and overnights, and my sleep schedule is completely off the wall. And anybody who works those schedules knows when you're coming off of those overnights, your day and a half afterwards, at least for me in my situation, is completely and totally useless. I am a vegetable on the couch at best. So I don't get a whole lot accomplished those days. And those are usually my days off, but I don't consider that first day especially my day off, because I don't get off until 7 a.m. in the morning. So when I come home, I, take my shower, go to bed, and I'm in bed until 12, 1 o'clock. And then my system just wakes me up, and then I'm just like a vegetative state, just watching TV at that point, because I can't function. I know that sounds horrible. It's awful, but that's just how it is. Sometimes I'll take another nap after the fact, and then the next day off is usually when I'm a little bit more me again and I can do things, but it's still, that's when I'm running around doing our grocery shopping and all the other stuff, so I don't have time to sit down and do all the other things that I want to do, i.e. creating things for the shop or my YouTube channel and things like that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, going forward in the future, that should change. So I have applied, which is, it's so scary for me, right? Because I'm used to a certain thing. And to apply for a job that I actually really want, and then to get interviews for said job, which in the first place is like, wow. And then hearing back from some of the interviews, and I still have an interview tomorrow as well. So I've had 4 interviews so far. Tomorrow will make my 5th interview. 4 total interviews, counting the one tomorrow, is in a completely different field than what I'm working in now. One interview was for the field that I have done for the past 8 years, give or take. So that one is mine if I want it. 2 of the other positions that I have interviewed for are mine if I want them. I'm waiting to do the interview tomorrow to see where I'm at with all of that, and then to hear back from everybody about everything, all the fine-tuning little bits and pieces, and then I'll be able to make my decision from that point. But it is so exciting and scary, and it's a lot. Having to, actually get dressed up and do the makeup and the hair and all the things, which is not me. It's not what I usually do. At least hasn't been for a hot minute. Like, what you see right now is pretty much what you get besides actually dressed in uniform and going to work. So yeah, it's a tad bit different, and it's nerve-wracking because you actually have to sit there and kind of read their mind to see what they're looking for, and read it to see if you're what they're looking for, and hopefully not get completely and totally thrown off and depressed if you aren't what they're looking for, which I have had one interview come back saying they didn't want me. And as far as I'm concerned, that's their loss, because, I'm awesome, and, but anyway, I digress. So you're getting a live today because I couldn't do the video. That's the short end of it. The long version of the short end of it. So my plan going forward with this channel is, hopefully everything goes well, I will be able to do a live with you guys, at the very least a live on Sundays. That'll be my budgeting or savings challenges or sinking funds or whatever it is that I'm doing. Or you may get a chit chat with me where we're sitting here face to face, and I didn't bring my water out with me, but we can sit down and just do a little chit chat if need be, if that's what I'm feeling that week. But with that being said, right now I haven't really done a actual budget since the last one you saw, and I think that was in November. But we didn't really stick to that budget, and December's budget went out the window. January's budget didn't have one, and this month's budget is, again, out the window. So March I'm going to try to get back on track, but there's a caveat there. If I'm starting my new position soon, within the next couple weeks, my pay is going to be different if I take that position. If I take the position in the field that I'm already in, my pay schedule will be the same, but it will be monetarily different. Does that make sense? Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is my March budget is going to be completely off the wall, but I don't have a choice but to do a budget because we are starting from scratch on everything. Because I didn't budget, we didn't manage things as well as I would have liked, and emergencies have happened over the span of the past couple months, and so we have depleted pretty much everything, and we are starting from ground zero. So, not the way I wanted to do this at all. And I came into the new year thinking I was going to be better off than I was the year before, and for a few days I was. But after that, when things happened, and needless to say, our emergency fund is no more. Sinking funds that we did have and savings challenges that I did have are no more. We are literally starting from ground zero. So, good morning, Matthew. Um, if that is something you guys are going to be interested in watching, that journey again, keep staying tuned because we're going to have a lot of all of that to play around with as well. With that being said, my shop is still up and running. The shippable items, luckily I haven't had any shippable items purchased over the past 2 months, well, January and this month, because I haven't had time to work on them. Not most, all of my orders that I've had in January and February have been printables, and thank you guys so much for that, and thank you guys so much for all of last year for both my channel as well as my shop, because wow, you guys are amazing, and I thank you guys so very much. I wouldn't be where I am with both my channel and my shop without you guys, so thank you very much. But I haven't had to deal with the shippable stuff, which has worked in my favor. Not that I wouldn't take time out to do them, I just haven't had to deal with it yet, so it's been a blessing, in all honesty. But the printable items are still selling like hotcakes, so thank you guys so much for your purchases. I did get in touch, or somebody did get in touch with me and is waiting on me to send them some things. So by the end of today, if you're watching this video, I will be getting in touch with you through email and getting that taken care of from the purchase that you made, and getting all that straightened out as well. I do apologize for the late get back to you, but as I mentioned before, my work schedule has just not been my friend. So when we talked the other day, I was on the tail end of my night shift, getting ready to go home, and I went to sleep and forgot. So I do apologize, but I am working on that. So maybe within an hour or two, hopefully, if I can get my computer up and running and actually working with me, then I'll be able to get that taken care of for you. But I have plans for this year. So I have created my personal budget. Like I mentioned, I didn't get to do a January or a February budget right now. So I printed everything out and I cut everything out. The only thing I didn't do was cut the holes and put the discs in for my new planner. I got the first quarter, so January, February, and March done. I just haven't finished it and actually utilized it yet, which is sad because I had full intentions on doing just that. But I digress. Anyway, so this case, this cover, is a Happy Planner, and it's the classic size Happy Planner cover. And so these ones that I have in my shop, they're new. I think I have January, February, and March in my shop as a printable. And there is a box around all the pages for you to cut out to be exactly the size for this classic planner. You have the page here, which would be your divider, and I haven't even finished this yet. I still have to laminate these. But I have the divider, and I still have to put on my little tabs for the month. And then on the back of that, which is a separate page the way I did it, but you can print it back and forth if you prefer. But it, I can't think and talk at the same time. It's just not working for me today. Is a debt tracker. It's a plain Jane basic debt tracker with a date, a due date, the APR, minimum payment, whether you paid it or not, and what's remaining, and then payoff. So that is the debt tracker, and every month that I did for myself, I'm sure to print out one of those to go along with it. And it is in the same pattern as this month. So this would be January's. That was in my shop. And then to go along with that, you have a 2-page calendar for every month. So the way I did it, I made my calendars a little bit bigger. And then you have enough space there to write what bills are due, or anything that you have coming up or what have you. And then on the side over here you have a notes section. So each and every single month this year has a 2-page calendar, which I really like, because there's some different stickers shops that I've been looking at that have like bill due stickers and things like that that I want to incorporate into my budgeting. So I was thinking, and I got the sizes for some different stickers, and I kind of went with a roundabout guesstimation. So if nothing else, I can write in it and have plenty of room compared to what I did have. So I'm happy with that. You also get your monthly budget, which is my same breakdown that I have on the other printables that I have in my shop. It's just a little bit different, I think. So you have your income across the top, your fixed and variable expenses, your sinking funds, your cash envelopes, and your debt, and then you have a little block at the bottom for anything that you saved that month. But this is a month overview. So I have it set up to where I have 3 spaces up top for income, but the way I'm going to use it is my husband's income and then my combined total income for the month, and then my totals, because this is just my monthly overview. I have different paycheck breakdowns, so to actually do up each paycheck, where the money's going to go and everything from there. And with that, I also did a sinking funds. So I put this up with my monthly budget because it's a monthly overview-esque type thing for me. So with that, you have the category started with, add, spent, and remaining. So that would be your sinking funds and what would be going on with that. Basically the same thing that I have in my other ones. I just formatted this one to fit into the Happy Planner Classic size frame. You don't have to cut these out if you don't want to. You can actually leave it an entire page and hole punch it to fit into a 3-ring binder like my previous ones. I just went a little bit more fancy with mine this time. So paycheck breakdowns are exactly the same as my monthly budgets. And then you just, do your breakdowns per paycheck. And then with the paycheck breakdowns, each one in my budget, these are available in the packet. So however you set it up to work best for you is how you set it up. But I have a cash breakdown. So it has a category, the total amount for that category, and then it has 150, 20, 10, 5, and 1s. And then you're just going to tally out however many that you need of those denominations. And then at the bottom, you'll be able to count and total up how many of each denomination you're going to need to transfer over to your little cash breakdown that you give to the teller. And then when you're doing your cash stuffings, you'll have a little bit better, when I say you'll, it's me, have a little bit better time and not mess up as many times and have to go back and re-edit and all the things that I have to do on my videos. And hopefully it'll work a little bit smoother for me. That was the whole idea for this. I have seen a few other channels do something similar to this, and it looked like it worked really smooth for them, so I'm hoping it works smooth for me. I did my take on it, so this is basically just how I'm going to break down all the cash from that specific paycheck and how much cash I'm getting back out of the bank as opposed to how much is staying in the bank to pay my automatic bills and things like that. So that's what these are for. And you have one for each and every paycheck for that month. In January, I had 3. And then you have the weekly check-in, which is still 2 pages, and I did a boo-boo on this one. I have to go back and fix. It's 5 weeks, and then you should have a totals, but for some reason, I did the totals as week 2, so I'm going to have to wipe that one out because I'm not reprinting it. But I will have to go in and change that in the system. As well as you have a quote at the very end. For example, the January quote is, "Empty pockets never hold anyone back. Only empty heads and empty hearts can do that." And that was from Norman Vincent. So I thought that was a good quote. And it's on the same artwork for the month. So that is in there. And then for my personal budgets, I also did a business budget, which I have tweaked a little bit to be 1 page instead of the 2 pages that I did for my Etsy breakdowns. So, because it was a lot of repetitive, same thing over and over again, and I was wasting a lot of ink and paper to do that. So, I did a new budget, business budget. It has my breakdowns up top, weeks 1 through 5 for Etsy, YouTube, and then the monthly total. And then I have in the center here the business expenses, and I counted however many I needed, and then I put that many lines available for what I am planning on doing with my business. And then down at the bottom, you have the business transactions log. So anything that I spent out for like academic sound, for the music, or supplies, or Canva, or anything like that, any bill or money that I spent for my business, I'll be able to keep track and when it was posted or when I spent it, etc., etc. So that is my new one for that as well. But those are available. This one is the January 2024, which I'm still probably going to fill out after I get. Did I get it yet? No, I haven't got my check statement yet, my account statement yet. So once I get that, I'll go through and fill it all out, and then I'll at least know what happened in January, as well as February. But this one is the February one in my shop as well. If you guys are interested in that business budget sheet, let me know, and I'll be happy to put that up in the shop as well. And then this is my March monthly budget artwork as well. So I do have all the way through until I think June or July finished in my computer, but I have not printed or cut those out yet. I do need to get those done here pretty soon. And then I also need to laminate my dividers and add the month tabs and then hole punch everything so that they can actually fit in here. I haven't had time to do any of that stuff yet. But that is my next step for all of this. It's actually probably going to be the next video, as well as I was going to do my March video, plan with me video on my next video, but it actually might be setting up my planner as the next video. So we'll see what I can get accomplished and done up. But now that I have that out of the way, excuse me, I am going to plan on Sunday videos for a little while until I can get things straightened out. I figure 1 video a week is better than no videos a week, which is what I've been getting. And you guys have been reaching out and asking me, you know, are you okay? Which I greatly appreciate. I am great. I'm tired. I'm very tired. Everything's been so busy. I am supposed to only work 4 days a week, and for the most part, that's what I do work. But the way the schedules come out, sometimes I am working 7 day stretches. So it just depends on how the schedules go through and everything. So I haven't had a huge amount of time to get everything done like I wanted to. So I apologize for the lack of videos. I do plan on doing a little bit better. Hopefully a lot better, but I do plan on doing better. So bear with me as I get through this. Hopefully I can hear back from all the jobs and make a decision, hopefully by the end of the week, and we will know a little bit more at that point how we're going to work through everything and actually get a plan for our budget and get back on track and everything. So that is my goal. I basically wanted to jump on here today because I did let you guys know that I was going to put a video up this week, and I was not able to do that, and I'm so sorry. But I wanted to get something up for you guys. A live was probably the easiest option that I had available to me. I don't have to go through and edit this, although I'm sure there's quite a few spots that when I watch this back, I'm going to think, oh, I should have edited that. I should have just done the video, but you get the real me, so that's a good thing, right? Anyway, I wanted to make sure that you guys at least got an update and got to see that I am still here, we're still okay, and we're still, getting everything going. It's just had a few hiccups. Yeah, hiccups. We'll call them hiccups. So, starting in March for the budget, I'm just wiping February. It doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned for the budget area. I'll do an after effect of what we paid here, there, and everywhere, and at least track that portion of it for my own personal records. But actual budgeting that you guys are going to see is going to be starting from March. So that'll either be this coming weekend, Sunday, or the following weekend, Sunday. This coming weekend, honestly, might be me setting up my new planner. So I think that's what I'm going to do because that's going to be the easiest thing, and I can take my computer with me to work on one of the night shifts maybe and edit on my lunch break or something. So hopefully I'll be able to get something up for you guys for that. Otherwise, it might be a live getting it set up again. So we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hopping on and saying hey. And taking time out of your day to actually watch my videos. It really, 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 really does mean the world to me, and I thank you very, very much for that. Also, for checking out my shop. You guys are still popping into my shop constantly. I'm seeing bombarded by all the likes, which is amazing. We'll go in a minute, baby. Which is amazing, and I thank you guys so much for all of that. I love seeing how many people are actually liking the creations that I've made. Those budgets that I just showed you were actually my creations. I did that. I got onto an AI program and created those images that you've seen, and so that is like my baby from start to finish. I didn't have to use somebody else's artwork for that. That is mine, generated through AI, but my thoughts, my process, my everything to create that. And that is an avenue that I am venturing into for this year. So hopefully you guys like what I am able to come up with and kind of see where this little aspect goes, and we'll go through that. But with that being said, thank you guys for taking time out of your Sunday to sit here with me and kind of catch up. And I am sorry that I didn't get this on earlier. I thought I was recording on this channel earlier, and did not realize until I got inside and was looking over my phone and noticed it was like in almost heaven and not budget with Tracy. So oopsies. Anyway, thank you guys again, and I will see you guys on the next video. Hopefully it's a video and not a live. But if it comes through with all the issues and everything again, it may end up being a live. We'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. But I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys again. Bye guys.